Gregor Johann Mendel, a monk living in the mid-1800s, is known as the father of genetics for his experiments with pea plants in the Abbey garden. These experiments led him to deduce the fundamental law of genetics. Come and enter Mendel's genetic garden, where you will be able to explore the features of the garden pea that made it such a good experimental organism. Then explore Mendel's experiments that led to the discovery of the principles of dominance, segregation, and independent assortment. View a timeline of events in Mendel's life and contemporary society. Mendel was an Augustinian friar who entered, in 1843, the Abbey of St. Thomas in Brno, the capital of Moravia, and now the second largest city in the Czech Republic. During an 8-year period, from 1854 to 1863, Mendel carried out experiments in the Abbey garden using the common garden pea plant, Pisum sativum, as his experimental organism. He presented his experimental results in a series of lectures entitled Experiments in Plant Hybridization in 1865 to the newly formed Natural Science Society of Brno, which he co-founded. A year later, in 1866, Mendel published his work in the Society's proceedings under the same title. His work went undiscovered by other scientists until the beginning of the 20th century, when 3 biologists, independent of each other, rediscovered Mendel's paper and gave him priority for discovering what are now called Mendel's Principles of Inheritance. Sugar snap peas were common garden plants during Mendel's lifetime, and many varieties undoubtedly grew in the Abbey gardens. An avid gardener, this is where Mendel first made observations about pea plants. He noticed that certain characteristics of peas were passed from generation to generation. He noticed, for example, that pea plants with purple flowers produced other plants with purple flowers, and that plants with rounded pods produced other plants with rounded pods. Then he began to set up experiments using peas because they exhibit these interesting and contrasting characteristics. 7 characteristics, each with 2 clearly distinguishable traits or phenotypes, were studied by Mendel. These were 1. Flower color, purple or white, 2. Seed color, yellow or green, 3. Seed shape, round or wrinkled, 4. Pod color, green or yellow, 5. Pod shape, round or constricted, 6. Flower position, axial or terminal, 7. Plant height, tall or dwarf. Another advantage of using the garden pea was its flower structure. The garden pea is a self-fertilizing plant because the flower is tightly closed at maturity and therefore does not allow foreign pollen from a different plant to fertilize the eggs. This feature means that the sperm and egg that form the seed come from the same parent, and thus the genetic makeup or genotype of the parents is identical. The flower structure of the pea ensures that self-fertilization occurs. The fertilizing organs, the female stigma and the male anther, are tightly packed inside a modified petal called the keel petal. The anthers open within the flower bud and release pollen, which coats the female stigma. No foreign pollen can enter, thus enforcing self-fertilization. Mendel was able to control the parentage of the offspring because of the closed nature of the flower. It also made it possible for Mendel to perform artificial fertilizations in the following manner. The flower bud is opened before it is perfectly developed and the keel petal removed. Then each stamen and anther is removed with a forceps. Foreign pollen from another parental plant can then be dusted on the stigma to achieve cross-fertilization. In this way, Mendel produced hybrids, which illustrated how these 7 traits were transmitted to the next generation. During a 2-year period of trial experiments, Mendel established that all parental characteristics, such as tall plants or purple flowers, if the plants were allowed to self-fertilize, would transmit the dominant characteristic unchanged to the offspring. We now refer to these parental types as true breeding, or in Mendel's words, pure breeding, parents. This generation is the parental or P generation. Mendel selected true breeding parents with contrasting traits, for example, purple and white flower color, and performed reciprocal crosses by choosing pollen from one parent and hand-pollinating the seed-forming parent with this pollen. A cross-fertilization resulted from this procedure. In the formation of the first-generation hybrids, called the F1 generation, Mendel noticed that one parental trait, the white flower trait, disappeared, while the contrasting purple flower trait dominated in 100% of the F1 offspring. For this reason, he used the terms dominant to describe the trait that was transmitted unchanged to the F1 hybrids, and recessive for the parental trait which had become latent or had receded in the F1 progeny. This principle is now stated as Mendel's principle of dominance. The seeds from the F1 hybrid progeny were collected and the following year planted in the garden where they naturally underwent self-fertilization. Mendel was surprised to find that the white flower trait reappeared in the F2 progeny, but in significantly lower numbers than the dominant purple flower trait. In fact, he counted 705 purple flower progeny and 224 white flower progeny, a ratio of 3.15 to 1. Mendel obtained similar ratios for the other 6 characteristics that he tested as well, and this 3-to-1 ratio is referred to as the Mendelian Ratio. Click on the Mendelian Ratios button to see the other 6 characteristics. This quantitative approach to experimentation allowed Mendel to deduce his second principle, the principle of segregation. Mendel reasoned that there must be a purple color factor that masks or dominates the white color factor in the F1 progeny, but that the recessive white color factor is still present in the F1 progeny and becomes separated or segregated from the dominant factor when F2 offspring are produced. These factors are now called genes, a term introduced after Mendel's lifetime in 1909. Their dominant and recessive forms are called alleles, which means an alternative form of a gene. Mendel used upper and lowercase letters as symbols to describe the parental and hybrid types. Today, biologists use a similar symbol shorthand system to show the alleles of the parents and hybrids. These symbols represent the genetic makeup called the genotype. Mouse over the F1 offspring to determine the genotype. You see that all F1 plants carry 2 alleles, one dominant and one recessive, expressed by upper and lowercase letters. This is called a heterozygous dominant genotype. Now mouse over the F2 hybrids. What percentage are heterozygous dominant? 25% of the offspring are homozygous dominant because they carry 2 copies of the dominant allele. 25% of the offspring have white flowers. What is their genotype? You are correct if you said lowercase p, lowercase p. This is the homozygous recessive phenotype. In order for the recessive phenotype, in this case white flowers, to be expressed, the progeny must carry 2 copies of the recessive allele. Following one trait at a time enabled Mendel to simplify his experiments and deduce the principles of dominance and segregation. However, he expanded these monohybrid crosses to include 2 traits simultaneously inherited, such as seed color and seed shape. He began with yellow and round seeds, which were dominant over green and wrinkled seeds. Choose the genotypes of the 2 true breeding parents for yellow and round and green and wrinkled seeds and drag them to the P generation boxes. Now perform a cross-fertilization by clicking on the button. The F1 generation produces all yellow and round seeds, as expected from the principles of dominance and segregation. However, if the F1 offspring are allowed to self-fertilize, 9 different genotypes and 4 different phenotypes are produced. In other words, Mendel was able to show that yellow and round seeds, YR, do not always occur together, and the presence of one allele for the yellow seed trait, Y, has no impact on the presence of the allele for the round seed trait, R. This is Mendel's principle of independent assortment. The 4 different phenotypes are always found in a ratio of 9:3 to 3:1 in the F2 generation. This is called a Punnett Square for the scientist that first devised it. Select the P's and place them in the pod to make the correct F1 generation from this P generation, assuming cross-fertilization of the P generation. You can use the same P more than once. Each time you complete a correct choice, the Punnett Square will record this choice. Now select the P's and place them in the pod to make the correct F2 generation from this F1 generation, assuming self-fertilization of the F1 generation. Answer the following questions to review what you have learned about Gregor Mendel. If you get stuck on a question, replay that section to refresh your memory. You have completed this unit on Mendel. Good job!